Hi, this is Joe Jackson, and what you see there on the screen is the iPad version of Bob Geldof, the Joe Jackson Interviews Plus, which is available from Amazon for Kindle and from Smashwords, Barnes and Nobles, and other outlets such as that for all e-readers. The fragment I want to play is from a Bob Geldof interview. It's from the book. Geldof interview I did circa 1990, and here he talks about Phil Lynott and about how he believes he would not follow Lynott in terms of drug addiction.
Could you ever end up as Philo did?
No. Philip was in love with the rock and roll idea. I'm not. I've no time for the idea of his idea of what rock and roll was. Philip was desperately in love with that. He believed it and he thought it was a valid way to live.
And die.
And die, absolutely. I mean, I would be terribly disappointed. He would have been not delighted, because Philip was literally a great, it sounds like a priest life force sort of thing when you say that, but so full of it, that he infected you with it, but because he died that way, if Lizzie were on the way down, now presumably they could have revived themselves, but if they were, his idea of leathers and limos and, even though he, one part of him thought that was bollocks, but another part of him, yeah, I remember ringing me in Clapham and saying, "Are you going to the Quadrophenia premiere, man?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "How are you getting there?" And I said, "Let's get a Joe Maxi, Will you fuck off?" And I said, "What?" He says, "Get a fucking limo." I said, "No." And I said, "I don't want a limo, the taxis up there." He says, "Jesus, I'll send it around for you first." And so off we went in the limo, and he believed all that.
Right.
And from 15, he believed that. And for Philip, it was very much the way out. And it wasn't that for me. You understand? It wasn't that for me.
A way out of poverty.
Out of circumstance, part of everything. For me, it was not that. I could have done other things, and it's something that I'm self-evidently not part of what may be considered
the rock and roll.
But I move very well within it.
Is there a drugs problem?
With me? Fucking hell. I don't think I've done a drug in...
Shocked amusement.
It must be at least 10 years. It must be at least 10 years.
And then you write about it in the book. You write about one horrific thing.
No, but that was it. Forget it.
Was that the one that the catalyst?
No, because I did coke and stuff subsequently. That was before I was in a band,
Yeah.
But on the tours, and that, as I said in the book, ended up boring me. And then I think one time... Yeah, because it sounds such an arsehole on it, And then another time, somebody, instead of giving me coke, gave me smack, and I just nearly killed me, and I puked up fucking everywhere, and that was the end of that, But I never...
Was that the time with the smoke?
I'm not a very addictive personality. I don't drink much, I don't smoke. I sound like a fucking monk, I just...
You're feeding into the saint, Bob. Your little preface there, "Don't let me be sainted, but not perceived as saintly." Well, that quote, this was getting close to now.
Yeah, Saint Augustine, was it? Or what's it?
It's Elvis in 56. Don't drink it, don't smoke, and I love to go to movies.
It's not so much...
It's not so... We're not going to see sadly, a life ending.
No, because I'm not... That isn't it, if I have disappointments in pop music, it's sort of fuck. If they didn't like that record, now, it's one of those. But, the very opposite is happening to me, touch wood. I'll be able to sell this record, blast off around the place, and still be able to do all these other things that keep me interested,